What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Connor Garrity back on the G Money 041 channel. Welcome. No sneaker review, as you could probably tell by the title of this video, or whatever. Sometimes I guess people just click on it just because you're bored, lonely. Again, who's to say? Anyway, of course, bringing you a different kind of video today. Just giving my opinion because I had a discussion with a couple people, like, what makes you a nerd? What makes a person a nerdy person, for example? What makes somebody, what would quantify you as a person who is allowed to say that they are a full-fledged nerd? So here are and me being me, I actually wrote down a list this time. For once, I wrote down something. My top 10 list. And if something comes across my mind, I will say that. If you see me look towards the left here, I do have the Cowboys Cowboys Redskins game. It's a good game. Hopefully RG3 can come back. I hate seeing the Cowboys win because I hate when Cowboys fans are like, oh, we're the greatest team in the world, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, enough of that bull crap. Let's get into the list. So these are the G Money 041 channel's top 10 list of things that you must do to consider yourself nerdy. And let's start off with and I'm just going to go through these in random order. First off, I think everybody who says they're a nerd must play Magic the Gathering at least once. I am a huge fan of Magic the Gathering. I have played Magic the Gathering probably since I was maybe 9 years old. I've been playing that long. I would say I'm a decent player. I've won a couple local tournaments. I'm a huge fan of Magic the Gathering. I love Magic the Gathering. I play on a not regular basis anymore, but I used to play on a regular basis when I was younger. Summer camp, there was a huge core of us that played Magic the Gathering. There were about 25 of us at this one summer camp because one of the instructors, she had been playing since it was created. And so we all were like big Magic the Gathering players back then. And I was really good. And I still have all the cards, man. First off, you have to play Magic the Gathering at least once. Number 2, and this is an easy one. Most of these are easy. Some of these are a little more difficult. And I'll explain the intricacies of what I mean. Number 2, you have a favorite superhero not named Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, or Wolverine. Those to me are the big four. The two of course, are DC, and 2 of them are Marvel. I'm personally a more Marvel fan. If I had to name my favorite superhero of all time, it is Deadpool. I think Deadpool, aka Wade Wilson, is the coolest superhero in the world. He's basically Wolverine with a batter mouth who's slightly insane and talks crap, aka me. Except I don't have a healing factor. But yeah, let's get past that. So, number 2 on the list, you have to have a favorite superhero other than what I consider the big 4. Those are the 4 that have the most movies made about them, the most pub around them, the most press around them. Those 4, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, Wolverine. So you just have a favorite superhero other than those 4. Next, you have a specific character in Super Smash Bros. What do I mean by that? By that I mean you have your character. I have Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon is my guy. I will kick your ass in Super Smash with Captain Falcon. And for any man that watches this video, you will be playing Super Smash in college. I promise you, you will be playing Super Smash in college. I play it all the time with my roommates and friends. It is a college game. You will be playing it. You will be playing a lot. You will be playing the N64 version also. Not the stupid Wii version. Not the GameCube version, which is awesome. But the old school N64 Super Smash. So have a character in Super Smash. Also, that kind of goes also into Mario Kart. Have your specific character for Mario Kart. Mine is Mario. I like the neutrality of Mario, but everybody's got their different character. I know Jeff, my other roommate, he is a huge NES player. He loves playing with Ness, and he also plays with Fox. That's his secondary character. My secondary character is probably Luigi, but I switch it up. It depends on my mood. Sometimes I feel like Jigglypuff, just to screw with people. But anyway, have a character in Super Smash. That's number 3. Number 4, and this ties when number 4 and 5 kind of coincide. Number 4 on my list, you know who Joss Whedon is. If you don't know who Joss Whedon is, look up Joss Whedon. And this goes directly into number 5. Watch the whole entire. I'm not talking partial. I'm talking entire series of Firefly. You have to watch the whole entire thing. That includes and in sequential order. That means you have to watch the 2-hour season premiere. I think the next 13 episodes, and then Serenity, which is the movie that directly follows Firefly. You need to watch all of those. You cannot be a nerd until you've seen all Firefly. It's not that difficult. You can literally watch the whole series in a day, including the movie. In less than 24 hours, you can finish everything. Then you're done. It is a requirement that you watch all of those. Why? Because it's the greatest science fiction show ever made, hands down, without a doubt. And it was made by Joss Whedon. And Joss Whedon's made a lot more things. So you need to know who Joss Whedon is, and you need to also watch Firefly. That's 4 and 5. Next, let's go to number 6. Again, having to deal with Joss Whedon a little bit. You have seen all the Marvel movies, and you have a problem with at least one of them. I have multiple problems with the Marvel movies. If you know me, you know I have a problem with many of the Marvel movies. Iron Man 3, I have a huge problem with. Avengers, I have a gigantic problem with. And I love the Avengers movie. And I love Iron Man 3. Do not get me wrong. But there are huge flaws in those movies that I cannot forgive. I cannot forgive them as a comic book fan. And I actually did take a class, an English course called Superheroes. Greatest college course ever. I wrote actually a thesis on Asian superheroes. It was so fun. It's the greatest class in the world. We studied all those movies. I literally had classes where we just watched and dissected the movie Thor or dissected Captain America in terms of the plot, how it connects with the story, what types of things did they add, what types of things they missed, things like that. And so you have to have a problem with one of the Marvel movies. That doesn't mean you think it's a bad movie. You just have a problem with it. And I'm not going to explain my problems because then that's cheating. So that's number 6. Moving on, kind of connects with both these. You go to a con. Just go to a con. Go to a con or an expo. I think every nerd should do that. I've been to an anime convention before. Very fun thing. So just go to a con. I think cons are a great way to meet other nerds. I think it's a great way to interact with people in the community. It's just a really fun thing. So go to a con. That's number 7. Number 8, you have seen an episode of the 10th and the 11th Doctor. At least one episode from each. Which means you have to watch one where David Tennant was the Doctor and one where Matt Smith was the Doctor. That's not to crap on Christopher Eccleston. Christopher Eccleston is an excellent actor and was an excellent Doctor, in my opinion. However, I think the role was really brought to life again by David Tennant and Matt Smith. And if you're a nerd, you must know Doctor Who. I know for some people it's hard to get into. That's the reason why I say that you have to watch one from Matt Smith and one from David Tennant's reign. Both of them are excellent actors, and both of them portray the role amazingly. I'm going to miss Matt Smith. I can't wait to see how the new guy is going to portray it, and for the life of me, his name escapes me right now. But I think it's Peter Gabaldi. I cannot wait to see how he's going to act it out because he's a lot older, and I think it's going to be a lot more serious. I cannot wait to see him in the role. But I think if you want to say you're a nerd, you need to watch Doctor Who. You need to watch at least have an episode of Doctor Who, and you should also know their catchphrases. So that way, in conversation, you can identify their catchphrases, and that's gonna. I'm not gonna get into my last rule of being a nerd right now because we're gonna move on to number 9. And number 9, this is a biggie to me, especially because of the simple fact I am a huge anime nerd. As you can see, I've got the Cowboy Bebop poster behind me. I actually have a Marvel poster that you guys can't see in my to my left. I don't have my giant anime list, but I do have 2 animes. And all anime fans, if you're an anime male, you should watch this because it's still awesome. And if you don't like anime, watch this. It's awesome. But yeah, I'm a huge nerd. So back to number 9. My 9th thing that you have to do to consider yourself a nerd, you should watch, and there's 2 separate ways for you to fulfill this. Number 1, you watch at least 1 episode of each of the big 3 animes, which means you have to watch an episode of Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece, and a Hayao Miyazaki movie. He did Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Nazca Valley of the Wind, Ponyo, any of his movies. Great one. The Japanese Walt Disney, awesome director, amazing movies, accessible for all generations, by the way. I suggest, if you're looking for one to fulfill this list, I suggest Princess Mononoke. That's the most violent, that's the most easily accessible. You see decapitations, and it's awesome, and has a good message. Or you watch 3 episodes of Bebop. Why do I say Bebop? And by Bebop, I mean Cowboy Bebop. Why do I say that? To me, Cowboy Bebop is the most Americanized of all animes. It's the most Western. It's the easiest to get into for me. And you don't have to start at episode 1. You can flip around. There's a lot of different kinds of tropes that they play with in Cowboy Bebop. In my opinion, I think every anime fan, anybody who says they're a nerd, has to have seen episode 5, Ballad of Fallen Angels in Cowboy Bebop, which is it's actually not an understatement to say it's a masterpiece. It is an actual masterpiece of an episode. It is one of the greatest anime episodes, single episodes, hands down, bar none, amazing. So number 9, watch an episode of Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece, and a Hayao Miyazaki movie, or watch 3 episodes from Cowboy Bebop. And last but not least, number 10. My number 10 thing you must do: be proud. You cannot be a nerd and hide it. That to me is bullshit. Sorry for the language, but it is. If you're a nerd, say it loud, say it proud. Be proud you're a nerd. I am very proud. Anybody who knows me knows I will say I'm a nerd. I'm a huge nerd. I will readily admit to anyone I love anime. I will readily admit to anybody I watch Doctor Who religiously. One of my favorite shows of all time is Eureka from the Sci-Fi Channel. Awesome show. And Warehouse 13. Awesome show. Awesome show. I love nerdy things. I'm engrossed in nerd culture. And to me, if you're a nerd, you want to say you're a nerd, you say you're nerdy, prove it by being proud. Don't say to your good buddies, "Oh yeah, I'm a nerd," and stuff. Be upfront about it. Yeah, I'm a nerd. So, I love comics. I love superhero things. I love anime. Cowboy Bebop is the truth. There's a reason why I have a giant 40-inch Cowboy Bebop poster, for goodness sakes. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That's the main thing, though. Be proud. Be proud of who you are. If you're a nerd, be a nerd and be proud that you're a nerd. And with that, let's get a quick recap. The 10 things I think you must do to consider yourself a nerd. Play Magic the Gathering at least once. Have a favorite superhero other than Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, or Wolverine. Have a favorite character in Super Smash Bros. And or Mario Kart. I think you should at least have one in Super Smash Bros. Mario Kart's not real, is just an offshoot. You know who Joss Whedon is. You've watched the whole series of Firefly and Serenity. You have seen all of the Marvel movies, or at least most of them, and have a problem with at least one of them. Hulk movies, just as an add-in, do not count. Hulk movies suck. You've seen an episode of Doctor Who from both the Tennant and Matt Smith reign, the 10th and 11th Doctors. You've seen one episode from each Doctor. You've been to a Connor Expo. You've watched an episode of Naruto, Bleach, or One Piece, and a Hayao Miyazaki movie. Or you've seen 3 episodes of Cowboy Bebop. And last but not least, you are proud of who you are. Say it loud, say it proud. I am a nerd. And with that, I'm going to end this video. Thank you all for watching. This has been your boy Connor Garrity on the GMoney041 channel. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. No shout-outs. Well, shout out to Titus1, shout out to IBeast365 for whatever reason. And, yeah. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other things that you should have to do to be a nerd, please comment the list below. And stay tuned for more videos like this, because there's a couple more videos I'm probably going to do like this. So, yeah. Thank you. God bless you. And yeah, this has been your boy Connor Garrity on the GMoney041 channel. With that, I'm going to hit y'all with the